we have the final winner of today's round, Darius Swiercz, with us here in the studio.
And he gets to keep his scholarship.
You didn't know what was at stake.
I mean, it came close. It came very close.
You didn't know what was at stake.
Darius, you had your coach going up and down, a sideways roller coaster of emotions. It must have been one of those rides for you as well, especially after coming off 3 losses. This game was so close to winning, and then all of a sudden it turned into a little bit of a fight.
Yeah.
Take us through this game that you managed to pull off in the end.
Yeah, I mean, so the game was very complicated since the very beginning. I didn't expect really neither. I mostly expected other openings, but it was impossible to prepare against Jeffery. He played so many openings, so it was, tough to prepare. But I looked at Bishop G5 a little bit for Wesley, actually, so that's why I decided to play also against Jeffery. And Jeffery played this Queen B6 line, poison pawn. I decided to go H6, Queen B6, so I have this possibility of playing A3. And then I played this idea Bishop D3.
Let's pull that up on the screen.
Yeah, Knight D7. And actually here, after Knight D7, sorry, not Bishop F2, Bishop C4 is the most critical as far as I know, but I could not recall like anything here. So Bishop C4 for sure is critical. But I decided to play Bishop F2, Queen 7, Bishop D3, which is an idea that I looked at some time ago. I didn't really remember much. But I think it's some lines Black is supposed to play through E5. But maybe because Knight 7 played at first, not Bishop B7, I think after Bishop B7, Bishop D3, then E5 is possible, and leads to unclear game, as everywhere in this line. And here I think I got very promising position after long castle, and here was funny line actually. If Jeffery went to play E5, for instance, because at first I thought G6, the idea of coming, with the idea of E5. Then I was thinking to play knight. Knight D5 is not possible, but I have right now knight D5, knight takes D5, E takes D5, bishop takes D5, and now I have bishop takes B5. That's what I calculated. I think it works. A takes B5, knight takes B5, and if queen moves, I have rook takes D5. And I think I win a pawn, and I have very good position, because in the end there is fork knight C7.
To show that line, yes. So
Yeah, and rook takes D5, queen D5, knight C7. That's what I calculated, and I win a queen. Of course, Jeffery wouldn't take on D5, but still I think it's better for me. I can just defend the rook or go back or whatever. It's just better. So Jeffery played knight C5. And this was a good move. G4, I decided I have to go, but G5 caught me really off guard. So like I was not expecting this move. I was surprised by this move. I was thinking Jeffery would play something like rook C8, for example, and I was thinking to play H4, H5, G5, knight G4, bishop G1 maybe, or F5. I was considering my options here. I wasn't sure what's going on. It's some unclear position. Perhaps I'm better, but it's sharp. But Jeffery played G5, which I thought is inaccurate, because I saw this bishop G3 idea, and that right now if Jeffery would play move knight, queen to B6, if queen to B6, I saw that I have knight F5. And e takes F5, e takes F5, and basically position collapses, I believe. This is what I was thinking during the game.
wow.
So Jeffery played double question mark. Interesting. I mean, this was very surprising to me too. But I didn't think that's so bad during the game. I thought it's actually interesting because I don't have any E5. I don't have any. At least I think I didn't have, because take bishop E5, queen B6. I didn't see any follow up there. Maybe there is something, but I couldn't find, and I spent some time, but I just couldn't find. Let's say knight F5 I calculated. It takes F5, bishop takes F5, and knight D6, and sort of position is. I don't know, maybe comp is winning here, but I didn't see how to break through, sort of, so that's why I didn't do it. And I just have to play simple, rook F1, put some pressure, queen B6, knight B3 I think was a good move to try to trade this knight, and he did move knight D7 back. Yeah, this was actually a critical moment, because at first this position I went to play just A4. Just my instinct was A4, after B4, A5, this typical idea in this position to hit the queen. And
looks good.
Yeah. Follow your instinct. Why didn't you do it?
Yeah, looks good. Yeah, but then I saw a tactic.
Oh.
Because there is instead of A4, I played bishop F2. So I played the idea of
Instead of
bishop
A4,
f2.
yeah.
I played bishop f2 with the idea of queen c7. I have bishop takes b5, but it doesn't work. I realized because there's a takes b5, knight takes b5, and bishop a6, which is what I missed initially. And I'm pinned there, and knight takes d6, queen takes d6 is also important, and I couldn't find here anything. So that's why I sort of realized that I can't do that, and I played my initial plan with a4, stick back to the main plan, but it's still I think it's still good enough. Yeah, knight c3, knight a5. This looks reasonable, and this king is right now is very, very weak.
Now, when you saw this king, you must have thought this guy's got to die quickly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like trying to. I don't know. I was expecting the game would conclude before the time control, but suddenly it wasn't so easy. Jeffery was like defending really well, and I couldn't. Like maybe for sure there were ways, but I just couldn't find them. Yeah, I think rook d3 and rook a3 was reasonable as well. And now this was a very interesting moment because I was thinking here knight takes e6 should win.
Ah, that's the one I said.
But I think it doesn't. Maybe, I mean, at least this is what I think during the game. Rook takes f2, I calculated. Queen takes f2. Knight takes e4. And now the point is, probably I could play queen f7 and win. But still some knight d2 tricks, I wasn't entirely sure here. So that's why I didn't do it.
What
and
happens
I
if
played
rook b3 here?
Rook b3, queen b3,
I
maybe?
take? Am I miscounting material?
Yeah, knight d8.
Knight d8, I think I take on the rook, not the rook.
Knight d8, rook bishop d8. Bishop on a6 will be hanging, right?
Yep.
Yep, the bishop on a6 will be
So yeah, I saw such lines and I wasn't sure. Better probably, but actually I'm way better. Like it's all defended. So I will calculate it now rook f2, and the key idea here after knight takes e6, rook takes f2, queen f2, knight takes e4, queen e3 was my main idea. F takes e6 and rook b3. This is what was sort of my idea all the way. But unfortunately, he has knight d2. And this is what I calculated as well. And I didn't like it. I think for a reason.
Ouch. Yeah, ouch.
So that's why my decision was playing at f3. It probably wasn't the most objectively the best decision.
Did you see?
Right here, you had another move.
Rook a5, right? Oh, I didn't see this at all. Rook a5, wow. Did not see that.
So nice.
Yeah,
so
rook a5 is definitely winning.
That's messed up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. I didn't see that. I admit I didn't see that.
Okay.
The engine told us, you know that.
So
yeah, now we got this position. Why I did this is simple. I wanted to have something to hold on to, like an exchange, some material.
So it looks wonderful, and then Jeffrey's playing all these moves.
Yeah,
F5,
extremely
D5,
resilient.
E5. He just won't lay down and die.
Yeah.
he keeps coming at you.
Yeah,
that must have been very frustrating.
Yeah, it was very frustrating.
Did you have any doubts as this was transpiring that maybe you're not winning anymore?
It felt to me I should be winning still.
Okay.
All the way. And here I saw, when it was move 40, by the way, knight takes b8, I saw that I have knight a6 and rook a6.
So you get to this
And yeah, here
moment.
it's actually important, we move back one move, not to play queen a7, because then just simply, c3 was a very good move. Queen a7 would not be a good move because black will play king c8, queen a8, and king c7 back, rook a7, king d6. And I don't see, I mean, in rook d1 there is knight d2. So my queen on a8 and rook on a7 are sort of misplaced, I believe. That's why I believe that what I did was correct. Rook a7 first, if king b8, rook a8. And if king takes if king c7, then I have queen a7 and I have rook on a8 and queen on a7, which is a huge difference because I've always, after king d6, for instance, queen a3 check. Also, I can play just queen a6 anytime I want to trade queens and I'm winning. At least that. Also, I will calculate king d6, rook d1, knight d2, rook takes d2, pawn takes d2, queen a6, and I thought this is a winning as well.
Yes.
Trade queens,
king
then
c2, and that's it.
pawn and,
It looks very, very clear,
Yeah,
clean.
so but no, Jeffrey played correctly, king takes a8, and here I thought initially it was just completely winning, but then it wasn't easy, it was easy at all. Bishop c5 was a good move by Jeffrey, I think, but I mean, I think I have to play queen d. Maybe from practical point of view, queen d5 I think is a must because I bring my queen to e6, and after I bring my queen to e6, he has no checks, pretty much.
But
This was the
this,
moment we
unfortunately,
expected
the-
rook c2. We thought,
the
C2?
engines
I
give
didn't
queen e6 as a mistake.
Really?
yes, and we thought rook c2 right away.
Rook c2, queen f1,
King.
king
No.
a2,
Oh,
queen
no,
a6.
no. We rook
No.
rook c1.
Rook c1, queen f5.
King a2.
Oh, just like that.
Yeah, we have
And the c3 pawn drops.
Yeah, that's
even
true.
sometimes we can take it with the pawn.
Yeah,
As it
this must
turned
be winning,
out,
yes. I thought
it
queen
was
e6. Ooh.
remarkable because right here with the move bishop d4,
I thought I'm winning here.
the engine
Well, bishop d4.
Bishop d4, f6. Yeah, I was happy. I saw that. f6.
f6, we saw check
Yeah, king a2.
and take.
and take.
Yeah, I saw that. Queen d5.
King b4.
Ah, and I don't have rook c4 because queen is on f1. I thought I have mate there. I forgot about queen covering c4 square. Oh yeah, this makes sense.
Too many threats now.
Yeah.
The bishop
And
is
Z
much
yeah,
better
that does
placed.
make sense.
Yeah. Wow. And after bishop
I mean,
a3,
he probably thought you were winning too because he played
Yeah,
bishop a3
probably we both
instead
missed
of
the same.
bishop
we both missed the
d4.
same thing. After bishop a3, I think this is winning.
Now you're rolling.
Yeah.
the very final finish was really
yeah,
very
queen g1 he
beautiful.
could still play. Queen g1 he could still have played. Queen g1, king a2, pawn takes b2, and queen takes e5. And I believe this queen endgame must be winning. Still, some technique is required.
Yeah,
but,
we'd still be doing commentary. Get played like this.
yeah. But I believe my pawn is too advanced, and I have
That's
too
great.
many checks. I will capture his pawn's good moment, and pawn is
This could have had your coach not too happy to have to sit here for that ending.
Well, no, I would like to have dinner at some point. Queen endgame, come on.
No. You don't need dinner. No.
But b4 must have felt so sweet
Yeah,
to
that was
play.
a-
Before was very nice.
Nice.
to
That
play.
looked
Very
like
good.
a puzzle.
Yeah,
a
like a
problem,
puzzle
like
rush
a
thing,
study.
yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. You look like you're feeling a lot lighter right now, a lot
Yeah,
better
definitely.
to have finally won a game.
Definitely, after 3 losses. Honestly, I don't feel like I played too bad. Like, for instance, Fabiano just outplayed me yesterday. He just played way better. Even though I think I had pretty decent position, just made one bad move, and against player like Fabiano is enough. And against Lanier also, he played perfect game, I believe, and also put some pressure against me, and I could not defend well. And Wesley also, you know, I sort of lost on sort of like myself because this rook endgame should have lost probably, but I lost it.
The 3 players you just described are
yeah.
tied for first.
Yeah, so for a
You
reason.
helped their cause.
Yeah,
You also played the players who are playing the best in the tournament. You're not the only one they beat.
yeah. But yeah, overall I'm pretty happy with my play, even though my score, of course, could have been, I guess, maybe. I expected it to be better. I didn't want to lose 3 games in a row on the start of the tournament, but I'm really happy to win today, and yeah, looking forward to the rest of the games, and yeah, let's keep fighting.
Glad to see a smile on your face after such a win. Hopefully it is a turnaround. Let's hope to see some more.
Yep, definitely.